So guys, we got a massive leak here in China, and this is of course the cars that they're going to be announcing and releasing and launching in 2025. So apparently this is according to Insider. They are going to be launching 4 brand new third generation vehicles in 2025. Absolutely massive, and we got some evidence to back this up as well. So of course hit that like button. So here it is. Take a look at this leak. It implies that in 2025 there will be 4 new products. The codename Leo is the ET9, which has already been announced and launched, slated for deliveries in March of 2025, which is of course their most expensive sedan ever, their most expensive car ever, very high-end, high luxury car. On top of that, they're also going to have the Draco, codename Draco, which is the ES8 SUV. I've talked about this leak before. That's the car that they're going to be announcing at NIO Day this year in just a few short months. And that is, of course, going to be equipped with also the clear motion suspension, and there's also going to be dual air chamber variants, air suspension variants. And then apparently, we thought that the ES8 will also have a 5-seater version which will replace the ES7, but codename Cetus, CETUS, is apparently the next generation ES7 SUV, and this will be NIO's cheapest SUV. And it is actually going to replace and push out the ES6. We'll talk more about this later. And then they also have codename Vela, VELA, which is the ET6 sedan. And so they're launching 4 cars next year in 2025. 2 SUVs, 2 sedans, one in each price category. One ultra expensive sedan, ET9, and then a cheaper sedan, the ET6. One super expensive SUV, the ES8, and then a relatively affordable ES7 SUV, probably with single chamber air suspension. So this is going to be a very comprehensive lineup, and the evidence to back this is quite interesting. So here is the evidence to back this up. NIO has done these surveys surveying ET5 and ET5T owners about how much money they would be willing to pay when the wheelbase of a similar car to their car has been extended by 50 millimeters, 85 millimeters, and 170 millimeters. So it's very interesting. So they're testing the waters, and because ET5T owners have already bought the car, they're going to get an accurate sense of what people are willing to pay for a car like the ET6, which will have a longer wheelbase than the ET5 and the ET5T. Now, keep in mind, I've done these similar surveys in the past, and every time I've done them, NIO has told me to, don't talk about this. But of course, I didn't do this particular survey, and this is from online, and people already know about it. So, I guess that means I can share it with you guys. All right. Now, of course, the big thing is the fact that ET5, the 5 Series cars, will be phased out, pushed out. NIO's average selling price will be increased, according to the NIO CEO. He even said that, a few months and even a year ago. And they will no longer have the 5 Series vehicles, and they will actually no longer have the 6 Series vehicles. So the ES6, EC6 will actually not exist anymore. And if you want similar vehicles to that, you would have to pay more, and the average selling price is going to be increased just simply because they are leaving room for Envo. They don't really want to be cannibalizing and competing against Envo, which is their own sub-brand, of course. So it really does make sense for them to extend the price, reach the price higher, and then leave room for Envo to do its magic at its price point. Now, of course, all these cars will have NIO's latest tech. NT 3.0 cars, they will have these clear motion suspensions on the higher end versions of the cars. the ES8 and the ET9, of course. And then they'll also have their own self-developed chips, SkyOS, large horizontal screen, 900-volt architecture. All the good stuff is going to be in the car. So in next year, 2025, you're going to have a very, very powerful, high-end, luxurious lineup with NIO that's going to dominate the high-end market. And of course, the mass market is going to be dominated by Onvo. And of course, next year we also have the cheaper, all right, more affordable budget market, the boutique market, dominated by Firefly. And all these vehicles can also do battery swap. So going forward, we can expect NIO's average selling price to increase, and they're going to have very healthy margins going forward. So going forward, we can expect the ES7 to be NIO's entry-level SUV in next year, and then of course the ET6 to be the entry-level sedan next year. Well, they're still going to be selling current existing vehicles until the foreseeable future, until when all these cars are fully launched and they have even more cars in the pipeline. So I suspect that even for 2025, they're probably going to sell all the existing models. They're going to continue selling it, and they're also going to sell these cars alongside with it. So that's going to be very interesting. Now, all these cars will probably come with at least a single chamber air suspension for the lower tier ET6 and the ES7. So single chamber air suspension. And then for the cars that don't have air suspension, you're going to have to look at Onvo. And of course, with Onvo, they're also launching the Onvo L70, which is a more traditional boxy design SUV. And of course, that's going to cover a big range of the market as well. So that's going to be a big seller as well. And that, of course, means that NIO has to sort of back up a little bit and then raise their prices, go in the higher price tier, and then let Onvo take that market. And of course, and then you have Firefly. So you got a perfect price range of 4 vehicles from 100,000 RMB, which is roughly about 15,000 US dollars, give or take, all the way up to 100,000 US dollars, which is around 700,000 RMB. So NIO has a very good product lineup coming up very soon in the future. We can expect great results in every price category. They will have a product suitable for everybody. So that's very nice. So people will be able to buy a NIO or buy an Onvo or buy a Firefly or buy one of each. So that's going to be really, really nice. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.